One of the first things that you want to do whenever you talk about starting a new business or you're going to change directions financially or just whatever, then you really, really want to establish a strong why. You know, we always say why stands for what's hurting you, okay? In my case, I was just sick and tired of sick and tired. I was sick and tired of being sick and tired of going to work every day, either one, not having enough money that I needed, or two, when I was making the money that I wanted to make, I didn't have any time to spend with my friends and family and the people that I wanted to spend the money on. And it's a very frustrating cycle of, you know, bills piling up and not having enough, or you just get to the point where you're working, and you have no quality of life. And maybe you do have the income coming in, but it's not the level of life that you desire to live. And so I had to make a decision. Am I going to continue? And when you think about what you do for a living, whatever it is, if that job or business is not going to afford you the life that you actually want to live, then you kind of owe it to yourself to at least look at something different. And so I was in a situation where I was finally willing to look at something different. And I took a look at network marketing, and when I did my research, I found out that more new millionaires come out of network marketing than any other industry, period, which is huge. You know, and this was something that I had always been coached to avoid. You know, watch out for network marketing, people don't get paid. But when I looked at credible sources, it was all kind of people getting paid. You know what I mean? And so I got involved with a company. We did very, very well. We shot to the top 1% in sales in a previous company. We hit senior vice president in a company in about 10 months, where they said should have took us 3 to 5 years. So we're qualified to share this with you. We've had some experience and some success. And I really think this is going to be even bigger than that. So when you think about your own situation, what's hurting you? If all the money fell out the sky, if you had all the money you need to pay all your bills, it wasn't about paying bills on the first of the month, what would you do with most of your time?
Wife, kids, bro.
Hang out with the family. How about you? Spend time with the fam? How about you?
Yeah, family play music.
And that's interesting. We hear some of the same stuff. We've been all over the country doing presentations. People wanting to do what they're passionate about doing, like music or ministry or whatever. People want to spend time with wife, kids, family, retired mom, retired dad, finally buy the home instead of renting it or just whatever. And we hear some of the same thing, and the question is, then why aren't people living the life they want to live? Well, obviously, they're not either making the money, or if they are making the money, then they don't have the time, you know? And so this is something that we really believe can change that for you. Go to the next slide. All right, who is Legacy Network? All right, our founders have over 15 years of experience in the telecom industry. So members of our marketing team, which is myself, Mike Davis, and some others, have shot to the top 1% in sales. And now we've established this network marketing company and come together to create true residual income. And I harp on true residual income because if any of you guys anybody ever been involved with network marketing, you have a lot of companies promising residual income. You know, you do a job once, get paid for it over and over and over again. But when we were working with these other companies and we really looked at the percentages of what we were getting paid, we would go out and sell a service, and that service would equate to 3, 4, maybe 5 cents a month if we're lucky. You know what I mean? And there's so many other companies where people have experienced the same thing. And so like you know, one thing that Mike was sharing with me is if you take $10 and you keep dividing it in half, you almost could never exhaust that $10, because even when you get to a penny, you can cut it into a half of a penny and a piece of a penny and a piece of a piece of a penny. You know what I mean? So it was true in theory, the residual income, but it wasn't true enough to impact your bottom line. You know what I mean? Because when you look at a residual check and it's 35, 40, 50 cents, it's like, who's going to cash that for you, right? So what we wanted to do, we didn't want to pay pennies on the dollar. We wanted to pay dollar on the dollar. And we put a comp plan together to where if you go out here and you sell a cell phone service, nobody in the company is going to make more money off that service than you. And I think that's exactly the way it should be. Traditionally in network marketing, when you come in and you do the work, the people at the top get paid, and you just get paid when you get to the top. But we've changed it around to where you're able to make the money, and then whatever's left gets funneled up to the top of the compensation plan. And so what Mike says all the time is with our comp plan, we're not going to just have a compensation plan that can make 10 lucky people millionaires. We got a comp plan that might make 100 or 200 people where they can make $150,000 a year. And I think that's a much fairer system. And so we want to make true residual income a reality, and our core focus is to leave a legacy. We call it the Legacy Network. We want to leave a legacy of faith, service, and wealth for our children and our children's children. Faith is just sharing the belief that we have the divine right to succeed and excel. That even though lack has become our new normal, and I don't believe that that's the way it was intended to be, and so we should be succeeding. And service, helping others to achieve success. One thing that I love about network marketing is that I don't get paid unless my reps are getting paid and promoted. You get paid by helping other people achieve their goals. One thing I heard Zig Ziglar say all the time is that if you help enough people get what they want, then you get what you want by default. So, that's one thing I love about network marketing, and of course wealth, which is not just a bunch of money, but creating a better quality of life for the next generation. Not just having money and things, but to be able to have the time that you can spend with your children, your friends, your family, the same people you want to spend money on, you want to spend time with them as well. And so that's what we're trying to do there. Let's go to the next slide. All right, and the question is, does the economy have you wondering? I'm convinced if you live in America, if you're not wondering, either one, you're worried, or two, you're distracted. Sometimes we can get distracted with our favorite basketball team, football team, retail therapy, all kind of other stuff. But when you really are sober enough to take a serious look at what's going on in this country, supposedly this is supposed to be the greatest country in the world, and lack has become our new normal. And so when you really, really take a serious look at that, it's like, man, something's got to change. And we're going to show you guys some hard numbers, but the fact is you need a plan. And we see so many people that are overwhelmed with debt, with taxes, can't get insurance, or they're underinsured or whatever. And the fact is, most people are so consumed with the issues of life, they can't focus on dreams. What about your dreams? One thing that I can say that I love about network marketing is this. It gave me the permission to dream again. When you're young, you have a lot of ideas about what you want to be, what you want to do, what you want to become. You know what I mean? And then adulthood hits you in the face, you start paying those bills, you get married, you have children or whatever, and you just settle in for survival, and you're just trying to hold on and make it through the end of the month, right? Well, there's a lot of people that are actually out here going on vacations regularly, or having luxurious, cars or homes or whatever, live in nice neighborhoods. Financial freedom is possible for some, so why not us? I don't believe that anybody's any better than the people in this room. God doesn't love them more than they love us. So it's kind of like, why can't we get to this level of life? And so network marketing opened my eyes to the fact that even though maybe I missed out on some opportunities in the past, that these goals and dreams of mine were still attainable through network marketing. So to look at some hard numbers, 57% of Americans have less than 1 month's income saved. That's crazy. That's crazy. 57% of Americans, if their job downsized, or what they call it right-sized now, or if they lost their income, or somebody gets sick, or they have to go out of town, mom gets sick, or somebody dies, or whatever, don't even have a month's income saved. That's extreme. That means that really there's a lot of people that are flirting really with poverty, but they don't know it, or they don't realize it because it's so normal. 2 million college students who graduated in 2012 lost their job by 2013. And we all know that for a lot of college educated people, they're not even working in their field and still not being able to have the job that they want. And according to June 2013 CNN Money Poll, 76% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. Now, that's crazy. 76% live, meaning if anything can happen. Listen, sometimes you hear people that are very loyal to companies and whatever, that's cool. But the fact is, they're not loyal to the employees. And if they could find a machine or a computer that could do your job, maybe not better than you, but it's more cost effective for the company, then they'll write you a pink slip in a minute. And 76% of Americans don't have enough money to make it even to the end of next week if something like that would happen. And that's the issue. And the fact is, I think the problem is we've been educated, but we've just been educated to do stuff that's dumb. Stuff that really doesn't make sense for us, but makes sense for other people. I was told, go to school, get good grades, get an education, get a job, work as hard as you can, 30, 40 years, and retire in peace. Now, how many of us know people right now, it's probably about 7, 8 o'clock? Let's wait till about 10. Go to Walmart, you're going to see some little old lady standing in front of the door telling you, welcome, thank you for coming, or whatever. I guarantee you that lady's not because she's lazy, it's because she could not afford to retire. Who can afford to retire? They're expecting you to be able to retire off 40% of an income that wasn't enough when you were making 100% of it. Now, how is that possible? You see what I'm saying? And so many people that I know, people I went to school with or whatever, that did the right thing, but they're struggling because all they know is this system. But the fact is, entrepreneurship is the way to go. 90% of the money in this country is in the hands of the wealthy 1%. And 74% of that wealthy 1% are all entrepreneurs. But we weren't taught entrepreneurship. We were taught go to school, get a job, do the right thing technically. But we were going to work for people who stepped out and started a business. And I think that's what we need to go do. So what do we do now? You know, anybody can point out, we got problems, we got issues, what can we do about it? Well, if any of you guys ever read Robert Kiyosaki's stuff, he's got a thing called the cash flow quadrant, which you fall in one of these, if you make money, you fall in one of these categories, either an employee, self-employed, business system, or you're an investor. Now, if you went to a traditional school, you were taught to be on this side of the cash flow quadrant. You became an employee or you became self-employed, maybe like a specialist, like a doctor, a lawyer. In my case, we were barbers. So what that means is I thought I was self-employed, but really all I did was I owned a job. Because if I wasn't behind my chair, or if that doctor's not in his office, if that lawyer's not booking clients, they're not making money because they are the job. So 90% of Americans are on this side of the cash flow quadrant. But where do you think 90% of the money in this country is? It's on the other side of the cash flow quadrant. So we need to find out how to get to this other side to where we get to big business. And big business simply means you got a system of duplication that works for you so that as your organization works, it's generating income independently of your own efforts. Okay? And that's really what we want to get to and ultimately get to the place of investing. So why cell phones? Let me ask you this. How many of you guys in here do not own a cell phone? Nobody, right? And how many of you guys know someone who has multiple cell phones? We all do. There's more cell phones on the earth than people. So why not make money in this industry? And even right now, we tell people to put their cell phones on vibrate, but even if your phone starts vibrating while you're trying to pay attention to me, you will not be able to pay attention to me because you gotta know who just sent me a text message, who just called my phone. You see what I'm saying? This is an essential, this is one of the most essential services I've ever seen. If I was running late for this meeting and got here and realized I left my cell phone, what do you think I'm gonna do?
Go outside and
I'm gonna get my cell phone because this is the way we do life. And so why not make money and capitalize off this industry? 91% of people on earth have a cell phone. It used to be, you know, you get to kind of high school, at least when I was coming up, you get to high school, you got a cell phone. Now, you know, kids are 8, 9 years old with cell phone. And my great-grandmother, you know what I mean? My grandmother, just the other day, she's in her late 70s. She's like, Tim, I need a new phone. You know what I mean? And she doesn't want a flip phone. She wants a smartphone. She wants to be able to get on the internet, all that kind of stuff, because 91% of people on earth have a cell phone, and many people have multiple phones. 56% of people have a smartphone. More people log on to the internet now via a smartphone than a traditional desktop or laptop or computer. And this is what said ching ching to me when I heard this last stat, that half of the new wireless accounts added since 2008 have been prepaid. So that means there's a major shift going on in the telecom industry, and you have more and more people breaking away from contracts and wanting to get with companies that offer them freedom of choice. Where they can get the phone that they want, they can come and go as they please, they're not locked into this contract. And with some of these cell phone companies, it's almost like they own you. Once you get in, it's like you're kind of stuck with them. And so you have a lot of credible sources, USA Today, Fox News, NBC News, that have a lot of positive things to say about the prepaid industry. So there's a major shift. If we can get in on the front end of this shift, we can make a whole lot of money off these prepaid services. Go to the next slide. So it's my extreme pleasure. I kind of covered my half of the presentation. I don't even think I introduced myself. My name is Tim Holmes, by the way. But I've covered my half of the presentation, and I want to introduce my business partner, who he's a great guy, loves to help people, loves to have fun. He's made a lot of money in this industry. We worked together in a previous company, and there's nobody I know better qualified to share the compensation side of this with you. So I'm gonna invite Mr. Mike Davis up, and he'll finish us out. Appreciate it.
Hey, how's everybody doing today? Hey, how's everybody doing today? Okay, good. Listen, guys, I just have the awesome opportunity to present you guys the compensation plan. And let me say a little bit about myself first for the people who don't know me. Tim actually introduced me to network marketing a few years back. We were in a previous company, and I was like most people, before I actually got involved in network marketing, my thing was, everybody told me to kind of stay away from it. You know, I heard people didn't really make money, a lot of people spinning their wheels, wasting time, all those different things. So in order for him to actually get me to take a serious look at network marketing, he had to hit me with some key words that were going to basically grab my attention. You know, the main thing he hit me with that made me really look into it was time. You know, his thing was, hey man, you know, I know you already own my own barbershop and have some other little business things going on, but his thing was, hey man, if I can show you how to make the same amount of money you're making or even more, but you can get your time back, then would you be interested in that? And obviously I was, because I'm a father, okay, I'm a husband, different things like that. So I wanted to be able to spend more time with the people that I love. So network marketing became a valuable tool for me to be able to address that. So, you know, we got involved in this network marketing company a few years back, and we got in it and we just started running with that thing, man, and we kind of really excelled and went to the top very fast. And it kind of smacked a lot of my theories in the face is what I thought. But here's the issue about network marketing, why a lot of people don't really like it, is because if you're not that type of person who can really get in the network marketing industry and do really attack that thing real hard and really get laser beam focused, then a lot of times you're not going to be one of the people who make a lot of money. To be honest with you, a lot of network marketing companies, and what people know about network marketing is only the top people are going to really make money. So we wanted to do something about that. We wanted to change the culture of network marketing, and we didn't want to just use it as some kind of slogan or something. We really have addressed a lot of the issues that a lot of people have when it comes to network marketing. So I want to jump right into this thing, and I want to tell you guys what we've done, okay? The first question everybody has when it comes to any business or deals, they want to know, hey man, how soon can I get a return back on my investment? Am I right? Right? So let me tell you right here up front, we're not going to wait till the end like some people do. It's $150 to invest in our business, okay? Now, but we have a way where in the first 30 days, you can get all of your money back and even have your business from that point on being free. And what it is when you first come into our business, you are a sales agent, okay? What we want to do is show you how to sign up 4 customers, 4 cell phone services, whether it's you, mom, dad, whoever it is, 4 cell phone services within your 30 days. And by doing that, you make it to the next position of qualified sales agent. But by doing it within your first 30 days, guys, you receive a $160 bonus. So you spend $150 to get in, and just by signing up 4 cell phone services within your first 30 days, then now you've made $160 back. But one thing that's even more key is it costs $20 a month to maintain your website. And that website keeps track of all the business that's being done in your organization. But every single customer personally that you sign up, you get a one-time $15 bonus for that person, but then you make $5 a month thereafter. So those $5 a month times those 4 personal customer points equal up to $20 a month. So that $20 residual that you're making actually offsets your website. So if you come into the business and in your first 30 days, we show you how to sign up 4 customers, then not only have you gotten your whole investment back, you've also gotten to the point where you can basically do business from now on for free. So I think that's huge, because a lot of people in network marketing are actually spending more money out every month than what they're actually making in. Okay, hit the next slide for me. Okay guys, what we've done too for the second position is we showed you another way how to get a quick start bonus in your first 60 days. Now what you want to do in this instant is, okay, once you've made it up to qualified sales agent, we want to show you how to get 3 people to join your business with you. Basically there'll be a sales agent do the same thing that you did. And what we're going to do is show you how to show them how to get 4 customers apiece also. So that makes them go up to qualified sales agent. Now remember, if they do it within their first 30 days, they're making their bonus back too. So it helps us in order to show other people how to be successful also. But by getting 3 qualified sales agents up under you within your first 60 days, that promotes you to sales manager, and now you've made an additional $250 bonus. Okay, so that's the bonus money totals up to about $425, and you're already making $49 every single month residually. Now I think that's huge, because everybody in network marketing aren't going to do the same amount of work. Some people say, hey, I don't want to put all this effort into a particular business. I just want a free cell phone bill. And just by making it to sales manager, in some cases, you can already pretty much have your cell phone bill paid for just with the residual income alone. Okay, so I think that's huge. Hit the next slide for me. I want to get into the meat of this compensation plan though, and that's the residual income. This is the way we basically did it, okay? We only paid 8 levels deep. And I know some people say, hey man, I know companies that are paying unlimited levels deep. And my guy Tim Holmes addressed that already. Well, what they do is, it's true in theory because they are paying unlimited levels, but the problem is they're only going to pay you a small amount to where it never really affects your bottom line in most cases, okay? So what we did is, this is how we set it up. When you come into the business, any personal customer that you sign up yourself, you make $5 off that person every single month. And remember, you get a one-time $15 bonus off of it as well, but $5 a month thereafter. Now let's say an example of I signed up my sister and she came into the business with me. Well, now she would be considered my second level. So any service she signed up now, she would make that $5 that I was getting, and now I would get $2 a month. Okay, and as you can see, the third level will pay $1, fourth level $1, then 50 cents, 40 cents, and the last 2 levels pay 15 cents. So as you can see, we wanted to make sure that we were paying a substantial amount of money for a person to sign up services. And like Tim Holmes also said, nobody in the company will make more money off that service when you sign up yourself, right? Okay, so what we did is we estimated a minimum monthly residual amount that you would be making per position. Okay, just for hitting these particular positions. So let's look at qualified sales agent. Remember, that's just 4 customer points. Now, if that's done within your first 30 days, remember, that's your bonus back, and you're making $20 residually every single month. So that $20 is just enough to offset the website. Now, let's say sales manager position. Remember, if that's done within 60 days, that's an additional $250 bonus, and also you're doing $49 a month residual. Okay, marketing executive. If that position is achieved within your first 90 days, then you also get an additional $500 bonus, and also your residual is $124 a month. But the position that I'm super excited about, and where I want to make sure I get most people to, is the position of marketing director. Because at marketing director, the estimated minimum amount of residual income is $383 per month. But here's the kicker to that. Not only do you make $383 residually every single month, we've also added in some additional money, which we call monthly guaranteed position bonus. What does that mean? Well, everybody knows that multi-level marketing is production-based. You know, and here's how my last company did. When we went up to the top very fast, only thing it really did was it let us be in the position to be able to make more money. Okay, but it was no guaranteed money realistically there. It was all mostly production based. And many of us are used to those companies where, you know, I won't name any names, but I sell a product, I make some money, boom, I might make good money this month, but next month I have to go out there and sell all those products again for me to keep making money. Life is production based, okay? What we wanted to do is we wanted to give some people some guaranteed monthly position bonus money just for maintaining that position. And I think that's huge, because if I was able to get some guaranteed money just for maintaining my position in my last company or in any company, then to me, I could be pretty happy about that, right? So listen, at marketing director, remember, not only are you making bare minimum $383 a month residually, we also throw in an extra $500 a month. Now, this $500 a month that you're getting, let's say you had a down month and nobody came into the business. No services were signed up. As long as you were still holding those services that you had previously signed up, you will still make that $500 a month that we throw in, and also that $383. So you're looking at about a little under $900 every single month just for getting the marketing director. Now, the reason why I like this here is because $900 a month can change a lot of people's situations. Right? It can change a lot of people's situation. We're used to that system where, okay, if I'm in network marketing, either I gotta be a superstar where I make a whole lot of money, or I'm just not that good at it and I'm not making any money. As a matter of fact, if I be honest, I'm spending more money out every single month than what I'm making in. So we have a situation where a person can say, hey man, listen, I'm gonna get to about marketing director and I'm just gonna park it. And I'm gonna take my $900 every single month, and I'm cool with that. And we are perfectly fine with that too. But if you want to produce a little bit more, you can get to some of the higher positions. Let's look at national marketing director. Not only do we throw in $2,000 every single month, go back a slide real quick for me, but you're making $1,004 just about minimum monthly estimated residual bonus every single month just for maintaining that position as national marketing director. So hit the next slide. You're looking at about a little over $3,000 a month in guaranteed money just for holding the position. Now you say, hey Mike, well if I'm making $3,000 a month, I want to produce a little bit more. Well, look at this position, Senior National Marketing Director. We pay $3,500 every single month as long as you are just holding that position. And some people might say, well, holding a position is production based a little bit. Well, it is, but it's a lot different than my last company that I was with, where I had to get a whole lot of people in the business every single month just to make some real good money, okay? So if you look at these other positions, it goes all the way up to Diamond Marketing Director, which is $15,000 a month, which is guaranteed money that we throw in. And then go back one slide real quick. And then you can also see at Diamond Marketing Director, the residual amount is a little upwards of $14,000 per month. Okay, so with just that together, you're talking about right at a little under $30,000 a month, and we're talking about the minimum monthly estimated amount of money. Because if you know anything about network marketing, most times you cannot get to the top building a perfect structure. So you'll have some people with some extra services, you might have some people with a little less services, but this is just the minimum monthly estimated amount that you receive. Go to the next slide.
Yeah, can you explain to everybody that these positions, that's not just one position for one person, right?
No, anybody can reach
Anybody
you
can
have 10 people
yeah,
being
right.
Right, anybody can reach these high positions, it doesn't really matter. And we can break it down and show you a little bit more how it basically goes. But a qualified sales agent is just 4 customer points. When you start talking about sales manager, you're talking about having 3 qualified sales agents. Marketing director will be 3 of the sales managers, and so on and so forth, all the way up to diamond marketing director. I think it's just 3 platinum marketing directors. So it's pretty much just how you want to build your structure. So you really can go all the way to the top with just a structure of 3 different legs that's actually producing, but you really want to build a little bit wider than that, because obviously we know sometimes you're not going to be able to do it with a perfect structure, right? But this is one thing I'm actually excited about too. As Senior National Marketing Director, hit the next slide, we actually have to run a car bonus also. Okay? And what we're doing is $1,000 a month towards a Mercedes-Benz, and the color is white. Okay, now this is how significant this is. I want to really point this out. In my previous company, I did very well, got to the top, got the BMW and all that they promised you, and they were giving me $800 a month towards my car bonus. But here's the kicker to it. I had to get 60 people in the business every single month for them to give me that $800. And if I didn't get 60 representatives to sign up in the business, which was a little bit more expensive than ours, then I would be on the hook to pay that $800 for that vehicle. So when we say we'll give you $1,000 a month just for holding that position, that's what I think is very, very big. Right? Just for holding that position. And then if you notice, as you go up positionally, we use $1,000 for gold, $3,000 for platinum, all the way up to diamond, where we have a few different cars that you can kind of choose from. Okay, you can pick what color you want also. We just call this position, or we call this particular car your dream car. So you can just basically pick which one you want. Hit the next slide for me. So remember guys, your investment is $150. Okay, you're spending $150 to start this business, and we all know that any business you get involved in is going to cost you something. Okay, but what I like the most about this business is we realistically made a plan for people to really be able to succeed. We don't have the type of business where we dangle this carrot in front of you and say, hey, you can get this, and when you're close to it, we move it out of the way. No, to me, every single person can reach that bonus, at least the first bonus, of getting 4 customers within their first 30 days. If you want to do it, you definitely can, and you can have it to the point where your business is free. We also have a particular person in the room who actually was able to do it in her first, I think, 6 or 7 days. Miss Cheryl Brooks right here was actually able to do it. And she did it. I think she was the first one to do it. And she was one of the people who was in my previous company with me, and it was a little bit more difficult for her to be able to be successful in that company. And what we really wanted to do with this company is basically take some of that money from the top and spread it out a little bit more to where more people can be successful. And what we're doing is we're changing the culture of network marketing. We're changing the definition of success. Success in the previous companies meant, hey, you had to be the top 1%. Success in our company, would you consider yourself a success in network marketing if you were making an extra $1,000 a month?
Yeah.
I would. Okay, what about $3,000 a month? I would. Okay, so what you're saying is now you're realistically able to make a whole lot more money every single month in this particular company. So your return on your investment, we want to say it's a changed life. You might not be the person who say, hey, I'm gonna get to the position where I make $40,000, $50,000 a month, $100,000 a month. You might say, hey, man, I'm only looking to make an extra $400 a month, $300 a month, whatever it is. We feel like we have a spot for you in our compensation plan. Go to the next slide. So we believe that your legacy starts today. Your legacy can start today. You can decide what your legacy would be. The reason why we named it Legacy Network is because we wanted to leave a legacy behind for our children and our grandchildren. When my son talk about me later on when I'm dead and gone, or my grandchildren talk about me, I want them to say, hey, my grandfather or my father was the person who stepped out there and did something that went against the grain. He was the one who set us up with a silver spoon. He was the one who made it to the point to where we are able to live a better life or a better quality of life because of his decision